working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yeah. What up? What? Wrong one. Yeah. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are now live. Let's go. Let's go. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
Thank you, Lord Jamal. You're not a me. Where we do this each and every Monday through Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast. We appreciate having you. And worldwide. Something like a podcast. Trending topics, hilarious commentaries, celebrity interviews, and interesting people. Peanut Gallery was good with y'all. First timers, I appreciate y'all for joining. If you're not familiar with the show, welcome to, it's another one. It's a Monday, man. Welcome back to the world, man. You made it. They gave you one. Could have gone the other way. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Chilling. Peanut Gallery, what up? The regulars, the users. I'm not shouting y'all out because y'all should have brought somebody. But newcomers, I appreciate you for tuning. Mr. Clarkson, our executive producer over there in Studio B on the boards, making sure everything is everything. And also John Watson from Friday Off on the Games. We had an Off the Hook show this past Friday Off on the Games, man. You gotta make the Fridays. And to our most recent patron, because that's what we do here. We shout out patrons. If you'd like to support the show, it's 100% viewer supported by viewers like you. You can hit us up on the Cash App, $sign Lamont King 06. Very easy, especially when you're enjoying yourself too. When the show get good and you hear one of these thought-provoking or punchline or something like that, be like, I'm gonna slide them some money. I'm gonna slide them some dollars. So we got a couple of people that joined on that joined on Friday and became underwriters. Gotta make sure there's some repeat underwriters. Some people donate week to week. Some people donate daily. Let's see, where is it? Oh, James Wright, my man James Wright. Griot, scholar, a brother's brother. My man James Wright. Thank you for contributing to the situation. I appreciate it. For everybody else, there it is right there. And also Patreon, if you hip to it. Patreon.com/Mr. Lamont King. You can get all the materials, full episodes, and behind the scenes and bonus clips and all of that. And there's that. All right. Oh, I see y'all getting it going. Big conversation in the Peanut Gallery already. Okay, wait, why not? Why not? So yeah, man, all the money that goes to the operation. Somebody asked me this weekend, my man Ray, I was riding with my man Ray this weekend. We went to the what would you call that? Went to the range. I'll just say we went to the range. Now, what type of range? Home on the range, driving range, shooting range. Pick one, any of the above. But he asked me something, that I thought nobody has not asked me yet in the 5 months that we've been doing the show. And he was like, "Yo, you think it'll get picked up?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Let's go live." And I was like, I hadn't even thought of that. And so the question I want to pose was like, what could you see this? What outlet could you see this on? Because I was really, starting this out with the intent of just building my own situation. The Dame Dash, Joe Budden route. Build it, make them come look for you, get a follow and all of that. But so I didn't really shape the show. I don't really shape the show in a way where, it could fit on this platform or it could fit on that one. This would fit well on Comedy Central or Quibi, even though Quibi went under already. Did y'all see that? Quibi went under already. I didn't even get to see the Kevin Hart movie. That's terrible. What about all the content that's on Quibi and it's no more? Anyway, Peacock and those platforms, I haven't really shaped the show, even though I constantly watch shows, Netflix and otherwise, network, and a lot of them look like this. They do. So that's when he said it, I had to think about it. I was like, wow, I did not really give it that much thought. He was like, you trying to get picked up? Who? And I was like, wow, who would pick this show up? So I'm gonna spend some time in the next few days and weeks to try to angle and figure out, next steps to try to get the show underwritten, financed, fully and wholly produced, and positioned where somebody might be like, oh, I want that on the network. I'm like, hey, let's see, let's talk about it. Christopher Bear, what up? Yes, this is Crispus, my show co-host, my studio co-host in studio. This is Crispus. Say what's up, Crispus. Say what's up to the people. What's up, niggas? That's how he talks. Crispus. He's a jolly nigger bank from a bygone era. He's antique, very, very heavy, cast iron. Not a replica. Actual, factual. All right, man. So what y'all gonna do, man? What y'all thinking about? What y'all thinking about tomorrow, man? The difficulty is trying to navigate what's going on in our country with a sane mind. That's the difficulty. With a fresh, energetic approach to your day, today and tomorrow and Wednesday, in a way in which you come out on the other side and still got your faculties and your wits about you. That's the challenge for the next couple of days. That is the challenge for the next couple of days. And what do we do about it? How do we do it? Oh, there's a video. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. No, you know what? I'm gonna play it today. So it's from my man Marvin Hunter, comedian out of Alabama, comrade of mine. You know what? I'm gonna play it. Let me find it and play it. We're gonna watch this because I reached out to him and I was like, "Your joint going viral," and he was like, "I know." So he couldn't make the show today because he's already booked up, but he committed to be on the show tomorrow. So I wanted to save the video so we can rap to him, watch the video, and then rap to him. But now I'm gonna play it. Nah, I'm gonna stay. Hey, you going? Nah, I'm gonna stay. Nah, I'm gonna stay. So now I'm gonna play it. Let me find it. So the interesting thing about the video. So I don't know if you watched this weekend. In Texas, of course, there was a motorcade of the Biden-Harris campaign filled with staffers. I originally, when I first saw the video, I thought that Biden and Harris were on the bus because it was on the way to a campaign stop, and I almost lost my shit. But then upon further research, I found out that they were not on the bus. So what happened was they were on the freeway, big state highway in Texas, and they were surrounded by a caravan of the Trump train, which is activating in every major city, in case you did not know. and pretty much, grounded them to a halt and then ran them off the road. And so my man Marvin put up some commentary that, man, he said everything I've been saying for these last few weeks, man. And he said some stuff that I wish I would have said. And he said some stuff that just makes absolute sense about undecided voters, Trump supporters, and whatever have you. And he I said this on the national, on Sirius XM a couple of months ago. And I was like, bottom line, I'm not leaning blue, leaning red. I'm a registered independent since the year 2000. Full transparency. I believe the two-party system is broken. I believe the Electoral college needs to go. I believe left wing, right wing, same wing, two wings on the same bird, right? But with that, I believe that there's a candidate who emboldens white supremacy, and then there's another one, the other one. Regardless of tangibles and all that, I'm not going to vote for the one who's empowering white nationalism to go against me. There's one who Klansmen think is their hero, and there's another one who Klansmen don't like. I'm not going to side with the one that Klansmen think is a hero. It's just simple math. So he said it in some different words, but let's watch it real quick. My man Marvin Hunter out of Alabama, laying it down. Angry. U.S. Navy veteran, 20 years. So you can't, can't put him in a box. But he really was out there schooling. So let's take a look. He's gonna be on the show tomorrow.
Them out of Texas. It is hilarious. I'm about to run out of gas, which I'm sure some of you would love. Shit, look at that. Oh my God.
So this is what happens in Austin, Texas. A MAGA blockade meets a Biden tour bus, campaign bus, pretty much ambushes them on the highway, blocks off traffic to try to run them out of town. They end up canceling the appearance or whatever because they didn't want no trouble. The MAGA clowns were heavily armed. They outnumbered the cops 50-1. This is America. We've had 12 years of experiencing this bigot renaissance. It started when Obama was in office, started the bubble. We started to see a change, the outrage. How dare a black man be in office? At the end of his 8 years, Trump shows up, really gets behind this birther issue, and that really started it. It's always been there, but it was taboo to be them, so they suppressed it. But under Trump, they've been given a green light. They have an ally, and we see it every day, more and more, with the Karen videos and all this shit. So this is my problem with us. When we sit up here, we say, Biden ain't no different from Trump. He the same person. What the fuck? You don't see what the hell is going on? We are literally going back to the 60s, where these motherfuckers feel like they are in power to intimidate. Literally. It's happening before our very eyes. We have cell phone video everywhere. Yet some of you motherfuckers have dug in your heels. Biden ain't no different from Trump. They the same person. They are not. And let me make this clear. Fuck Biden and fuck Harris. I'm not impressed with either one of them. But Trump gotta go because he is the orchestrator of this shit.
There we go.
We have to stop the bleeding. How do you not see the road we're going down? And then half of you ain't ready for no civil war. You will say you are. Shut your dumb ass up with your freaking 4 to 5 guns and 12 boxes of ammo. You ain't finna do shit. You don't have no alternative sources of power. You don't know what the fuck you gonna do to fucking cook. You don't know how to handle if the grid go down. You don't know how to do shit. But talk shit. You ain't ready. And some of you don't even know how you sound. If every single time somebody brings up a criticism of Trump and the first thing your black ass do is bring up, well, what about Biden? You sound like them. That's how you sound.
Mm.
That's how I fucking hear it, and that's how it registers in my fucking brain. You sound like them. What team you on? Who paid you, nigga? We are in some strange times. We have to stop the bleeding. Regardless of what the fuck you think about Biden and what he did with the crime bill and blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to listen to the fact that this is in the mid-90s. Crack was completely destroying the fucking nation. They came up with a crime bill that ended up being horrible. At the time, though, they didn't know what the fuck to do. And Biden ain't do it by itself. Everybody, Congressional Black Caucus, everybody had to sign off on it. The nation had to sign off on it because people were fucking scared. Some shit has been awakened in America that Biden ain't gonna be able to put that shit back in the bottle anyway. But it can't get no worse. It won't be allowed to get worse under him. These people need to be tamed. Who the fuck do they think they are? And evidently the cops don't have the balls. How the fuck can arm people? Think of this is America. I was in the military 20 years. I've been fucking places where the economy has collapsed and you have genocide, you have all these fucking things. This type of shit ain't supposed to happen here. Armed people in vehicles harassing people on a federal freeway, and they're not taking the fuck down. Every freaking advancement that has been made for you and yours is going to be tested, marginalized, or completely eradicated if this type of attitude is allowed to flourish. That's why I go so hard about it. You say, I come here to laugh. You say what the fuck you want to say. If you ain't willing to allow me to have a human fucking reaction to some shit, get the fuck off my goddamn page. Give a fuck who this makes mad.
That's how I be feeling.
We are dealing with some serious shit. Pull your heads out your asses and address what the fuck is happening right now. One problem at a time. It's bad now, yes, but you ain't seen shit if you let this shit keep happening.
Man, my man Marvin Hunter, man. Comedian Marvin Hunter. You ain't even know he was a comedian. Man, so there's so much key takeaways in there, man. So many. That last phrase really sums it up for me, especially what the points I have been making over the last few weeks, and the points that I stumble over when I'm on Sirius XM and on this show too, because it's so hard to pontificate and be a talking head and try to convince and argue a point. But that last phrase is really sums it up for me. Your takeaways may be different. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. That's where I was when this whole cube thing broke off 3 weeks ago. One thing at a time. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying people think like you are wrong. One thing at a time. This issue is a real, not the tangibles ain't, but this one where they have in 2020. Now the Karen's thing is like maybe 2-3 years old, but in 2020 they have really started turning to you. It used to be subtle microaggressions. Oh man, there used to be a time when we wouldn't let y'all do that. What you say, white boy? Oh, nothing. Right? That's 2-3 years ago. 2020 is, yeah, boy. You know, that's back. That's back. Like they're stepping two. As they say in The Wire, they stepping two. That one thing at a time. Like this is a real issue. And here's the key. Which a lot of people are missing. I don't know if they're missing it or you just don't want to talk or don't feel comfortable talking about it. You know, what you saw in that video, that's white on white. Like this Civil War talk that they keep referring to, it's white on white. But within those groups who are advocating and encouraging Civil War, it's people that's like, all right, I don't like the government. I don't want them coming up after my guns. I'm shooting first. But also, while I'm armed and outside, it's hunting season. I'll go target practice as well. So it's like madness, a combination. And then you have the man sitting in office agitating and throwing fuel on the fire. And it's like, man, one thing at a time, black folk. How do y'all not? You cannot ignore this. Is like right the fuck now. You can't ignore and be like, hey man, we got to sit at the table with whoever's in power. If we got to come to the table and ask, how come they gave everybody else something? And we asking, what did you ask? Show me in writing. What did you ask? When? To who? And what were your demands? Did you say, if we don't get this, we're withdrawing from the American economy as a group because we have a $1 trillion spending power and we're going to organize and withdraw our money from the, did we say that? Did we pull a move? Because until we do that and find a way to have our asks be effective and have demands behind it, I mean, we got a lot to work on. But this is right now, today. Like this, they're doing shit in public with authority, full authority, operating with impunity to your face. And that's problematic. And so, and if you paid attention to the little video, man, they ramming cars. And then he's sitting in the office, sends out a tweet saying that they were patriots. He ain't seen nothing wrong. So that's just rampant. Like they're invincible at this point. And there was law enforcement on the highway. They did nothing. I'm willing to bet that half the people driving the pickups was law enforcement off duty. And then they did the same thing in Maryland on I-95, blocking traffic. And then they did the same thing in New York Sunday. Look at this. Let's take a look. So this is, I don't want to be too serious today, but all right. So quick story. Trump defends. We got to see this one first. We got to go through these because this is what's happening. Since y'all don't believe me, or some of your friends, I know y'all do, but some of your friends. So this is what they're doing in New York, though. Did I pull it up yet? All right, here we go. Pause. This is what they doing in New York. This is New York. Like, it's not a game, man. New York is north. Blue. Like, they not tripping on none of y'all. This is in the middle of a bridge connecting New York and New Jersey, the Cuomo Bridge, and they just get out, stop traffic, and have a pep rally. Like, first of all, it's goofy as hell. It's dumb. Like, this is not, these is not, they're acting like sports teams, and it's kind of, it's soft, but they are empowered, and they have a whole, it's like, your pep rally. Remember how juniors versus seniors. Seniors are complete assholes because they know they can't get in trouble. They don't have to come back. Juniors, you got to restrain yourself and all that. Sophomores, freshmen, you can't do shit. But it's like a real whack ass pep rally going over all across the country. And I like Bigot Renaissance. That was dope. That's t-shirt worthy. Anyway, so the battle for the presidency is hitting the road. This is from the New York Times today. They said on Sunday, the FBI said it was investigating the Texas incident, while Trump defended the Texas drivers, saying, in my opinion, these patriots did nothing wrong. New York, his Trump spokesman, Jason Miller, made the same comments about what happened in New York. They shut down the bridge, the middle Garden State, and the Garden State Parkway was shut down, snarling traffic on two of the busiest highways in the New York metropolitan area just 2 days before the election. Like, this is a couple questions, right? Y'all not even protesting. That's not a protest. Y'all are really, you talking about Antifa being anarchists. Like, Trump supporters are literally, this is anarchy with impunity. There's no one giving them any consequence. There's no one. Law enforcement is on their side. That's a problem for us, y'all. One thing at a time. Like, this is real. All right. Enough with the doomsday shit. Let me get out of that. Let me switch gears. Because I don't want to get all. I ain't trying to get all. Anyway, so we're gonna have Marvin Hunter on tomorrow. Let's see. There's one more story I wanted to connect. No, that was it. I think that was it. New York. All right, let's go to some wild shit, man. Let's go to some. Let me see what y'all talking about on the peanut gallery, first of all. Okay. And I don't be looking in the peanut for echo chamber. I'm not that type of guy. I don't expect everybody to agree with me every time. I just be, laying out some facts with a little bit of opinion and commentary, and that's it. Give different. I welcome different viewpoints. If who among you, if there's somebody among you who is like, what's wrong with that? It's not. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Let's hear it, man. Matter of fact, put the number up. Take some calls today, or a call. Plug my phone in. Hopefully, it'll work. Google Voice be tripping. But anyway, so yeah, man. This is so tomorrow. I can't say expect the worst. I don't know what to expect, but I know they have a game plan. And they are activating, even if they're doing it for fun. They're going to be doing it for sport tomorrow. They are going to activate. And it's wild because the propaganda that they put out on that side is so absolutely ridiculous. I'm reading stuff all day. They're literally saying, we know Biden supporters are going to tear up cities, so we're going to get to them first. Like that's the conversation. And most people on Biden's side is who would support Biden-Harris ticket are like, what are you even talking about? I'm staying in the house because I know y'all could be wilding. Like it's so wild on the news. Even in the news, they the fear mongering and hate peddling is so demonic and evil, and they consume and eat it up. It's their propaganda. It's fed to them through their news sources 24 hours a day, every instant. And it's weird. But they really, I believe that in some areas they're going to activate first just because, and then be like, y'all started it. I don't understand what they don't understand about Antifa. Antifa does not like the government. They keep saying that Antifa, even Trump said it today. He said, instead of going after these people that did this on the highway, y'all should be going after Antifa and Black Lives Matter. He said this today, who are tearing up, who are expected to tear up downtown DC. That's why they had to board up. That's not why they boarded up DC. That's not. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, man, they're just weird. It's a weird scenario, and they feed on the propaganda, and we're in the way, man. We're casually in the way, and they're in power, and there's no consequences for them right now. They're the seniors leaving high school in a couple of weeks, and nothing can happen to them. So think about it from that standpoint. All right, let me move on. A couple weird stories I want to get to, and if at any given time you want to jump in, so my old lady, she said two amazingly brilliant things today. She had a question. She was like, I don't remember them doing this, boarding up in DC. DC, they boarded up the whole downtown. I know it's some other major cities too. She was like, I don't remember that in 2008, and Obama was a polarizing figure, and I don't remember that in 2016 either for Trump's first, and everybody hated his guts. So why are they boarding it up now? They must know something. And I was like, yes. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like they really know, they're already hip that side, win or lose, is going to strike first. Hate to phrase it like that, but either in celebration or revenge, Trump supporters are really showing you to your face what they are going to do when they have to board up businesses in downtown DC where they didn't have to do it before. Interesting. All right. So they're doing it in Philly too, yeah. Boarding stuff everywhere. Kevin Mency, our resident civil rights attorney out of Philly, says they're boarding up everywhere. Yeah. These heritage folks. Yeah, like a hurricane is coming. All right, so here's a weird one. Let's move on. It's not that kind of show. We're not here to get emotional. However, did you see this story here? Now, this Spirit can't catch a break, man. Spirit Airlines cannot catch a break. let's read this together, because I almost didn't believe it. And I don't like to put stories up that ain't true, because my mentor in the game, Karen Hunter, said make sure 3 sources. Check your sources twice and find a third one. So this is from the Independent. This is from the UK. Here's the headline. I don't even have to really do too much on this one. The headline does the heavy lifting. Woman dies of COVID-19 on Spirit Airlines flight, but no other passengers are told. What in the hell? In the Halloween? All right, let's read it. It says, the subheadline says, this case exposes weak spots in the U.S. system. You think? A woman died on board a Spirit Airlines flight. Oh, this was in July. This ain't even recent. But none of the other passengers on board were ever informed about the case. Cause of death. 38-year-old woman who has asthma was traveling from Vegas to Dallas on 24 July when she started to have difficulty breathing. Very unfortunate. She used her inhaler and oxygen was given to no avail. Flight attendant attempted CPR after the woman had lost consciousness and passed out from the exertion. The flight attendant passed out. Oh man, that's terrible. Despite the fact that investigators learned within 2 days that the woman had tested positive for coronavirus, the information was not fed back to any other passengers, including those who had been sitting near her on the aircraft. Unbelievable. I'm gonna tell you why that's unbelievable, because I had training at work on contact tracing in June. How does this major corporation don't activate contact tracing protocols and somebody die on the plane? On the plane. And the training we took, contact tracing, man, you got to call everybody. You got to call people you thought you was around. You got to track down the person at the grocery store. You got to, unbelievable. Local police and fire departments were informed, but the health department, having received positive COVID result directly from the lab, rather than the Office of the Medical Investigation, did not investigate further or discover that the woman had been on the flight when she died. This meant it failed to launch a tracing process with the Centers for the CDC. Meanwhile, the CDC says it has no record of being contacted by Spirit because they tried to keep it on the low. Man, we was just talking. I was just having a conversation earlier this evening about flying, and I was like, "Nah, you should be good now. Nah, this would make me hesitant on flying for a whole nother year." Jeez. Oh, that's a horrible story. That's a bad commercial for a Spirit. Not even the fact, there's no jokes about someone dying on the plane. There's not even any jokes on somebody dying from COVID, but somebody dying on the plane from COVID and y'all ain't tell nobody? Like, what is y'all on, Spirit? I mean, come on, you got to get on the mark, and that's a rough flight to be on. That's J Elite. Well, I still fly. Of course you do, because you fly private. So, hey, some people are looking forward to Spirit, though, man. I remember when I first I tried to get in a $9 club a few years ago. I was on it too. I was like, man, you can't don't tell me nothing. $9. Little did I know. Carry on $50. Personal items $35, carry on $50, check bag $60. You pick your seat for $19 extra. You get your food in advance for $13 of peanuts and a little soda. Man, first time I got on that plane, and it was the worst seat ever and the roughest flight. Like, the jokes, it's some people still have not flown Spirit. And I tell them, everybody be like, nah, don't fly it. Everybody like to shit on Spirit. Don't fly Spirit. And when you ask me, I tell you, yeah, fly it just once. You have to be initiated. You got to get jumped in. Fly it one time. And then you'll understand what everybody else is talking about. And you'll appreciate every other airline, period. And you'll pay whatever they asking. You will pay whatever they asking. I got on the plane. I swear everybody was on that jump, like on the metro. If you ain't pay for a seat, you get a hand ring on the joint up near the front. Ridiculous. So boo the Spirit, man. because that's who knows who might have caught it because of that pasture. Unfortunate. All right, let's keep it moving. I thought this was interesting. Privilege. Here's a privilege story. See what your man talking about. So there's a Naval Academy midshipman, if you will. Y'all want to know confession? I almost went to the Naval Academy, man. I was almost a midshipman. Almost went into the Naval Academy coming out of high school, man. I was one recommendation short. I went to the boot camp, went to this little 3-week summer program or whatever, and I got all the necessary signatures. Got to pass the interview. I was about to be a military guy, man, and some my gut just wasn't. And they pay for your education, everything. You get a career in the Navy, 6 years. You get in 1.5. You get them 6 after for every one that you take from them, you owe them 1.5. So you had to do 6 after you graduated in either flying or on a submarine or whatever. I was going to be a Navy guy, and I had one signature to get from my state senator, and yeah, I'll tell y'all that story another time. But it didn't happen. But let's see what's going on with this guy. In Scrub Yo social media news, I don't understand why these young folks still don't get it, man. I don't know why they still don't get it. Naval Academy midshipman asked judge to block his removal over his tweets. Chase. Guess what ethnicity Chase is? Chase Standage, U.S. Naval midshipman. For those who don't know, a student at the U.S. Naval Academy. It's called a midshipman. When they go out to sea for the first time, they become a seaman. No jokes there. He's facing expulsion over social media posts, but he sees himself as a victim, a casualty of campus culture war, if you will. Academy leaders say the damage to his military career was self-inflicted, though. The officials recommended disenrolling the white midshipman. Whoa, you never seen that before. Never really see that in news stories and articles. That's rare. They recommended getting him out of there. I'm going to start paraphrasing these well-written articles. People in charge suggested they get him up out of there for tweeting some bullshit one time, including a tweet where he said Breonna Taylor received justice on the day police kicked open her door and killed her during a drug raid. It's not really what that was. This is poorly written. It's not a drug raid. They were serving a warrant. But anyway, a federal judge in Maryland ultimately could decide whether the 21-year-old California naval has a future as a naval officer and pilot. The judge said Standage's post was distasteful at best and demonstrated poor judgment, but she questioned why he faces the most draconian sanction he could get when the Academy explicitly permits midshipmen to express their personal opinions on social media. So here's what happened. Somebody complained and saying it. They said this could be trouble. Somebody on the inside suggested, well, we could get him out of there. But then it worked its way up to judge, female judge, who was like, it wasn't that bad. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this goes back to what we've been talking about for the last 4 years. It's the judges. It all comes down to the judge. Every major scenario, incident, case, issue, all these tangibles we talking about, it's really the judges, because we fight for rights and fight cases and bring quick cases before the courts, and then there's somebody sitting in that seat that's like, I don't see the problem. It's the judges. The man appointed 200 plus conservative white judges to lifetime appointments over the last 4 years. He just nailed in conservative Supreme Court 6-3 for a lifetime. It's the judges, ladies and gentlemen. It's the judges, man. Got to understand that piece of the puzzle. It's the judges. All that crime bill and all that old silly shit and whatever else you pull out your ass on why one is worse or better than the other. It's about the judges. These politicians is in temporary seats, man. making permanent decisions for your future and how cases are handled that deal with you. All right. We weren't supposed to get that serious. So anyway, another victim, this guy, Ken, he's a Ken. He's claiming that he's the victim of a culture war. Now, mind you, what culture war exists on the Naval Academy? Because they're very strict. They don't really tolerate all of that. I've been there. Oh, this is here's the fuck shit. Here's what he tweeted. So they said, somebody on Twitter said, "Why is it taking so long for Breonna Taylor to receive justice?" He says her justice was received on March 13th, 2020. Said they should drone strike Antifa extremists in Seattle. He said a whole host of things. Now, the judge really showing her ass if she thinks that that's not worth getting put out. However, here's what I'm gonna say to y'all, and I really bet money. Who want to take the bet? We can follow this story. We'll write this down. Follow the story. I bet money he stays. Bet money he stays. John Watson even says he'll be on the ballot in 2044. Which ballot? Any ballot. Haynes says, was the judge Amy Coney Barrett? Coney Barrett? Man. All right. Okay. Oh, hey, it's Mr. Clarkson. Mr. Clarkson, welcome to the program.
Hey, what's going on, bro? I want to front.
Hey, mute your radio, sir. Thanks for calling in. Mute your radio.
Dog. Yeah. That's terrible.
It's Radio 101.
I know, man. Good job, executive producer.
Yeah. What's good with you?
I want to, man, nothing much. I want to front load that bet, and I have to report a eulogy at the same time, a death in the black community.
Okay, let's get it.
All right, so I'm going to front load the bet by saying that my man winds up staying, that gets kicked out of school if Biden's elected. But if Trump gets elected, he's definitely staying, and he's going to be the new Supreme Court judge nominee.
Ooh. So
I think
it's dependent on who gets in.
Yeah, it's an EI/OR. It's an EI/OR move.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that because I disagree. I'll take that.
Okay.
I think he stays if Biden as a finger in the face from that judge.
Okay. So we're gonna bet a bottle. We'll bet a bottle.
Oh, I was only talking about a dollar. We only do dollar bets on these airwaves. I was only talking about a dollar.
All right.
I don't care that much. I don't know if I care that much to wager a bottle on this one.
Okay, so dollar bet, 4 quarters.
Yeah. Dollar bet on this one. All right, what's the RIP? What's happening? Who we lose?
Sorry. So sadly, in the world of bougie black folks or middle class black folks, America, unfortunately, I am sad to report that 295 restaurants will be closed across the country of the beloved Cheesecake Factory.
Oh no!
Cheesecake Factory, RIP. At the end of this year, Cheesecake Factory will be closing all 295 restaurants across the country. The concept, of course, started in 2008, but unfortunately, due to the COVID outbreak, not being able to keep pace with DoorDash or Uber, and even when they did temporary openings, Cheesecake Factory, RIP. Many a bougie Negro who have gotten a temporary pay raise have enjoyed the delectable dishes of Cheesecake Factory, but sadly, it is gone. It is gone. No more getting the dose de leche cheesecake or any of the other fan favorites.
Wait a minute. Did they just file for bankruptcy or are they closing their doors?
They're closing for good. They cannot maintain inside of the COVID model for businesses, because part of the allure was, first of all, Cheesecake Factory's menu was like a small novel.
Yeah. Why don't they just cut back on that? Cut back on that.
Right. I was like, you just cut down on the novel, take a couple of chapters out the novel, you be good. We lose the Sizzler, RIP Sizzler.
Right.
Then, of course, now Cheesecake Factory, bougie Negroes and middle-class bougie Negroes across America are holding a candlelight vigil at the one in Wisconsin or Northwest DC later on this evening. to know they'll be gone.
Man, hold on. I'm checking this. I gotta check this source. I don't. Let's see. Is Snopes?
Actually,
I'm going to
let me go ahead.
Snopes. I'm going to Snopes. Is the
Let me go
Cheesecake
ahead and boot.
Factory closing all its restaurants? It says false. It says false.
No,
It says
no, they got them. They gone. Yahoo clearly disagrees.
man.
Yahoo businesses.
Snopes saying, wait a minute, let me check another source. Hold on, I gotta check another.
Yahoo business is clearly saying it's gone.
This is October 30th.
Yahoo business and MSN.
Oh, you got two sources. I only got one. Hold on. Cheesecake. Oh, Yahoo. MSN.
Yeah,
Yahoo.
Yahoo is kind of dead on with these. Yahoo has had a very good track record on these. So
Cheesecake Factory is. Oh no, that's not no good. That ain't no good. That's the place where you go where you feel like you flossing just because of the environment.
But also,
yeah,
if you didn't want to be seen,
yeah,
Cheesecake Factory always had solid duck-off corners where if you wasn't with your lady that wasn't your old lady, but you wanted to get her some cheesecake, it always set you up for that.
And the booth walls was big, so that's how you could get it. The booth walls was big, so you could sit there without hiding. It's some big booth walls. Oh man, cheese,
yeah,
cake.
Bro. So I hate to break that news to you on Election Day Eve, aka Civil War II Eve, but we'll be all right, bro.
Man, that is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Can't believe it. I mean, some of the food is good. You're right. I spent most of my time, sitting down for 40 minutes at least perusing, like you said, the novel, just trying to figure out what I want. Because I always think I'm gonna get something different, but it'd be so complicated. It was way too complicated.
Oh, I loved it. I think that's why I loved it, because you know what it was? You're in a relationship and you ask your girl, well, what you want to eat? Well, I don't know. I feel like, hey, we're going to Cheesecake Factory. You know why? Because whatever you feel like, Cheesecake Factory got it.
Yeah, that's true. Breakfast.
Factory Cheesecake Factory has saved so many black men and black women in relationship arguments.
Yeah.
It's literally the Dr. Phil.
Now, who's going to replace that? Who's going to replace that void for cheesecake, though? Because, I mean, their food, you can get over it. But the cheesecake, that was really a unique part of them. Like, there's nowhere else where you can get it like that. Big ass slab of Snickers cheesecake. Ah.
Sadly, I think we're going to have to go one tier down. And this is another restaurant that has a solid novel menu, would be Silver Diner. Silver Diner has a solid menu.
Oh no, I can't accept that. I can't accept that. I detest Silver Diner. I've never had good service.
Really?
I've never had good service at Silver Diner, which makes their food terrible to me. Never.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried?
Show me a good one.
I've always had good service at them. Especially at the newer one that's over here by Woodmore. That's pretty solid too.
Oh, didn't even know that.
Yeah. So it's a solid vibe. Once again, solid novel menu. Save the old ladies, you and the old lady from arguing. What you feel like eating? I don't know. I feel like Mexican. I mean, Cheesecake Factory is the GOAT for that, but now it's gone. R.I.P. So
they had a sister restaurant, or really not even sister, the same restaurant under a different name, which was my all absolute favorite on the West Coast, Grand Lux, which is the same, but
yes.
Man,
I've had it. I've had it in Dallas.
Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that was my joint in the Beverly Center.
Now wait a minute. Is Grand Lux gone too?
If that's the same company, the restaurant group, they out of it.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that. That's where all the celebrities used to go to get robbed in LA at the Grand Lux in the Beverly Center.
Good grief.
Yeah, that's where you go to get robbed. Man.
So you couldn't even have a meal in peace. It was just,
oh no. There's a short list of rappers that it was common knowledge that they got robbed at the Grand Lux. Jazzy Faye got robbed. He got his jewels taken. It's quite a few people. Okay, this is gonna be a little rude, but this Jazzy Faye is considering Jazzy Faye's size,
Did Jazzy say a soft target at a restaurant?
Yeah. I mean, but no, but it's funny that you said that. Here's the story though. They sat down next to him while he's eating.
Well, I mean, he's stuck.
He's stuck in the pool. They put the piece, in his rib, and he had to come up off all his jewels and his cash in a crowded restaurant.
So he couldn't yell, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah, right. Oh, you're on fire today.
He couldn't do that.
No.
This is a Jazzy Bank robbery. He couldn't do that.
Yeah. Do it again.
Hold on. Let me get myself together. Ladies and gentlemen. No, couldn't do that.
That's funny. That is funny. Oh man,
that's a fail.
Well, I appreciate that update, man.
No
Thanks
doubt.
for that. We're gonna dig in and see if save time for rolling. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we're gonna see how true. I gotta find a third source and then I can confirm it.
All right, peace.
All right, boss. Mr. Clarkson live from Studio B with the fact checking in real time. Hey man, this is happening in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Some of y'all still don't think it's real. We gotta find out, man, because that would be a heartbreak. Because Snickers cheesecake is a real one. It's not to be played with. Let's see. Speaking of fast food and pivoting, so y'all saying they should pivot and put the John said they should pivot and put the cheesecakes in the frozen section. Because a lot of restaurants are doing that with some of their items. But here's some gully. Here's some gangster. This restaurant right here that we all know and love. They saying, "Hey, nah, man." They said, "Come, we open for business, man. We know McDonald's confirms that drive-through and delivery will still be available in the second lockdown." All right, so it's a lot going on in this one headline. So they anticipating and publicizing the fact that the next lockdown is coming. I don't know if a lot of y'all really have dialed in that it's about to happen, like for real. We went to Costco today, and it was bizarro world in that joint. It was nutso. McDonald's has confirmed that it will be keeping takeaways, deliveries. So they're going to be just a carryout. Deliveries and drive-through restaurants open throughout the second lockdown. They said, "Listen, man, we lost some franchisees, man. We lost some McMillions. We not closing. We staying open. So what y'all want to do? We're going to McDoordash, McUber, come to the McWalk Up, get this McFood, man." They telling y'all to y'all face. We're not going nowhere, homie. We ain't doing nothing. They say, this is in England. Okay. For the entirety of the second lockdown. So this is in England. All right. Well, they letting you know. And whatever happens over there, they just giving us a little preview of what's about to happen here. So you know how that happens. Dining areas will be closed. So they're just going to turn into big carryouts. I bet you McDonald's, the corporation is going to see how that works. And then when it gets to clicking over here, that's what's about to happen too. I feel sorry for them restaurants, man, that just opened like in January, last January, New Year's. It was like, New Year, who this? We got a brand new little restaurant we built from scratch. We sold the food truck and opened the brick and mortar. And then March came. COVID said, "Sit down." I feel sorry for those type of people that had to go through that. But thoughts and prayers, man. McDonald's, man. Hey. They done figured it out. Oh, Marvin, DC, they closed. Oh, wow. I didn't even know they were still open. Marvin was like, "Nah, that's all right." All right. Oh, interesting headline. Let's do this one. And we head out of here. Let's leave on a note such as this. Because why not? Let's just read this headline first. Headline. Wait a minute. Vladimir Murugov, some Russian dude, got murdered, right? He was the sausage king. Guess how he got killed? In a sauna. With a crossbow. I got to read it. Because I don't know what's going on. Why they take out the sausage king, man? Why they had to kill the sausage king, no, man? A Russian oligarch, meaning he had a lot of money and he was in charge, nicknamed the Sausage King has been murdered with a crossbow. Let me paraphrase. Read it my way. So I don't trust y'all writing. So Vlad, DJ Vlad and his partner, not the real one, and his partner were in an outdoor, wait a minute, and his partner, they were in an outdoor sauna cabin when they were attacked. Need more details. When they say partner, it makes me, I got questions. Oh, no, there you go. The woman managed to escape. Okay, all right. The woman managed to escape, called the police. Detectives found the body of Vlad, who owns some of Russia's largest meat processing plants, in the sauna with a crossbow next to it. Why didn't they say it was a suicide? Police have detained a male suspect in connection with the murder. The suspect has not been named. It happened at his crib, his countryside estate. They did not name the man. They just said he was the meat empire sausage king. The intruders demanded cash from, why'd they get caught? If she left and they killed him, how'd they get caught? The intruders demanded cash from Vlad before fleeing in the car. The getaway car was later recovered in the outskirts of a small town outside of Moscow. Man, the sausage king. They done killed the sausage king, man. The Russian sausage king. They wasn't happy with that man's meat or something. Hit that man with a crossbow in the sauna. That's dirty. That's like really, that's really personal. That ain't business. Or unless they was kids. How you gonna get up on that man with a crossbow? Why he in there probably naked with his old lady? Dirty. Y'all dirty. Yeah, Cutie Pie says she had something to do with it. How she escaped. Right. Unless they only had one bow. What do you call it? No, one arrow. One little, and it was and had one arrow and they ain't had time to reload. Like, I don't know. They doing out there, man. They done killed the sausage king, man. So who gonna take over? You got an empire. You the king. That's a lot of meat, man. Who gonna take over all that meat? All right, ladies and gentlemen, man. I appreciate y'all for taking this ride with me today, man. And so tomorrow, man, what's gonna happen, man? Like tomorrow, what y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? I just need y'all to be sane, man. Don't sit in front of the TV all day, tonight or tomorrow. Really, check your sanity, man. I saw a tweet from my cousin, actually, something like a god brother, and he had he said, I wish I could find it. He made a bold, very ambiguous, purposefully ambiguous post, but it made absolute sense. He's like, no matter what happens tomorrow, I'm gonna still go to work. I'm still eat dinner. Still love my family. Still love my country. Whether my candidate wins or loses. That's what he said. And I was like, that's the magic right there. That's what it's all about, man. Protect your chi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get too wrapped up into this stuff. Stay prepared, be on guard and all that, but don't let it consume you. And, Tuesday is only Tuesday. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a whole host of other days that follow that where we got to, plug in and survive and maintain. So don't get too caught up in all of this, man. You have stress and ulcers and pimples and boils and diarrhea and all that other shit. And you be figuring out, do I got the COVID? Nah, you just stressed. You know what I'm saying? So slow down, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for plan. Expect the worst. Be happy for the best. You have an idea of what's going to happen. So presidents, historically in the common era, do 2 terms. We've seen the finagling. We've seen the suppression. We've seen the impunity. You've been able to deal with it. So we want to figure out, get ready for that. So that's all I'll say about that. All right, we come to the part, man, where we like to leave on a lesson and hear a word from an elder, man. And lately he's got jokes in a segment that we like to call Hi Dad.
Happy every day, brothers and sisters. This is Alpha Papa with today's reflections. A joke or two from the vault. A man walked into the country store and noticed a sign warning, "Danger, beware of the dog." Inside, he saw a harmless old hound dog asleep on the floor beside the cash register. "Is that the dog folks are supposed to be aware of?" he asked the owner. "Yes, that's him. He certainly does look dangerous to me. Before I posted that sign, people kept tripping over him."
Beware. Funny.
One more once. My cousin and his wife were watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire while they were in bed. He turned to her and said, "Do you want to have sex?" "No," she answered. He then said, "Is that your final answer?" She didn't even look at him this time and simply said, "Yes." So he said, "Then I'd like to phone a friend." And that's when the fight started.
That's when the fight started.
Peace and blessings. Alpha Papa signing out.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. A word from an elder. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Also, thanks, John, for reminding me. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a long day for me. Tomorrow night, tomorrow night, Wednesday morning, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Karen Hunter's on Urban View, Sirius XM channel 126. If you have Sirius XM, she's doing an all-nighter campaign coverage and post-campaign coverage on her channel. They're doing like a marathon, back-to-back, round-robin type situation. So I'm on with her 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Wednesday morning. For you country folk, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Tuesday night. So tomorrow night, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. I'm on Karen Hunter Show, Sirius XM, channel 126. And I won't be on Roland Martin Unfiltered for campaign coverage. So in turn, he won't be on Let's Go Live for campaign coverage. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, be safe, be stress-free, man. Take your time out, get yourself ready, load your, go get a full tank of gas, get some toilet paper, some waters, and some rice, beans, and non-perishables, and some canned goods, and a pocket knife, and some bullets. And be safe, man. And I'll see you tomorrow, Lord willing. All right, let's get it. That was very informative.